Chapter 1 Civics. Lesson Diversity. Already we have completed part 1 and part 2 of the lesson. And now we are in the part 3 of the lesson Diversity. Let us have a short review on the topics which we have covered in the previous class. In the previous class we studied about dance and music, dresses, food, arts and paintings, which are followed by people in different regions of our country. We also studied about the unity among Indians in spite of diverse cultures in various parts of our country. Thus, India is famous in the world for the unity in its diversity. Synopsis of the lesson. In today's class, we will study in more detail about how India is famous in the world for the unity in its diversity. That is, while our culture is different, it has many common characteristics. We will study about this topic in more detail with few more examples, and then we will have a case study on two regions, that is Kerala and Ladakh. Unity in diversity. The term unity in diversity refers to the state of togetherness in spite of presence of immense diversity. Now let us see in detail about the unity in its diversity in India with few more examples. Muslim places of pilgrimage. Pilgrimage means it is a long journey to sacred places, that is the holy places for devotion. So the Muslim places of pilgrimage like the Dargah of Hazrat Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti at Ajmer, Dargah of Hazrat Nizamuddin Auliya in Delhi, and Haji Ali in Mumbai. So these are the Muslim places of pilgrimage for all people of all faiths in India. The Gurudwaras. The Gurudwara is a place of assembly and worship of Sikhs. The Gurudwaras are also visited by people of different religions. The famous Guru Ka Langar. Langar is the term used in Sikhism for the community kitchen in a Gurudwara. It is a place where free meal is served to all the visitors without distinction of religion, caste, gender, and economic status. Festivities. Festivities means the celebration of some event or special occasion. Festivities are shared by followers of all religions, and people take part in each other's festivals. National festivals like Republic Day and Independence Day are celebrated by every citizens of the country. So whatever religion, caste or community they might be, the national festivals like Republic Day and Independence Day are celebrated by every citizen of our country. These are the perfect examples of unity in diversity. The national unity is clearly visible during the sports events, where the spectators are the person who watches the game. So the spectators or the audience cheer the Indian team. We all expect the Indian team to win, whatever the caste or religion the player might be. but we all Indians expect and wish and we also pray for the Indian team to win. So, therefore, the national unity is clearly visible during the sports events. Do we have a separate national flag for our state? No. Do we have a separate national anthem for each and every state? No. We all stand together under the same national flag and sing the national anthem, and there is no separate anthem for a separate region of the country. All the above aspects show how people of our country unite together and live in harmony despite the differences in their cultures. Our country is thus famous in the world for its cohesive spirit and unity. Cohesive spirit means the bonding attitude of the people in spite of various diversity in culture. Case study: Kerala and Ladakh. Kerala: location and geographical features. Kerala is a state on the southwestern part of India. So, Kerala is a state in India and it is located in the southwestern part of the country. It has the Arabian Sea on the west and has hills of the Western Ghats on its east. The Western Ghats are the mountain range that runs along the west coast of the peninsular India from Tamil Nadu through Kerala. The Western Ghats are well known for its majestic beauty. The land area has many rivers and rivulets. Rivulet is a small stream of water. So in Kerala you can see many rivers and rivulets. The area is close to the equator and therefore it gets lots of rain. Humidity level is generally high throughout the year. Humidity means the moist air, that is the wet air. The air has lot of wetness in it. The temperature is warm throughout the year. So therefore the temperature is also warm throughout the year. Agricultural production. Kerala is known as the land of spices. Spices are used to add flavor to the food items and it also has many medicinal values. Kerala produces many types of spices like pepper, cardamom, etc. Tea and coffee plants are also commonly grown here. Also, rubber, coconut, and rice are also produced in large quantities here. Trade and commerce. Trade and commerce means buying and selling of goods. From early times, when international explorers are person who travels in search of geographical or scientific information. So the international explorers, that is the explorers from various countries, identified sea routes to India. Those sea routes ended up in the region Kerala, and thus those explorers, that is the international explorers, started trading here. So we saw that the international explorers, that is the explorers from various countries, identified sea routes to India, it ended up in Kerala, and thus they started to trade in Kerala. Vasco da Gama, who was a Portuguese explorer, discovered the route to India and had landed his ship at Calicut in the year 1498. The famous Arab traveler Ibn Battuta also visited Kerala nearly 700 years ago. Traders from as far as Europe, Africa, Arab, and China came to Kerala for trade. They traded mostly in spices here. That is, since spices are grown commonly in this region, the international traders mainly traded on spices. Religions. The arrival of traders here brought in their religion, and hence Christianity and Islam spread in India along with Hindu religion, which already existed from earlier times. We already know that Hindu religion is the native religion of the people of India, and it existed from earlier times. And now let us see how the Christianity and Islam slowly started to spread in India. The international traders who came to Kerala started to spread their religion in India. So, this is how Christianity and Islam spread in India along with the Hindu religion. Food. The people of this region have different food habits. They prefer to eat spicy dishes with rice. Coconut is used in most dishes in different forms. Since the coconut trees are also common in Kerala, coconut is used in most dishes in different forms. Coconut oil is also used in cooking. The Keralites eat fish as it is easily available since it is a coastal area. Coastal area means the state Kerala is situated along the sea. So the seafoods are also very common in this region. Festivals. The people in Kerala celebrate many festivals. Onam is a major festival. The famous boat race is held during the festivities. Ladakh. Location and geographical features. Ladakh is located in the northeastern part of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. But now Ladakh is separated from Jammu and Kashmir and it is said to be a union territory. Ladakh has high mountains around it. It gets very less rainfall, and so therefore it is called as the cold desert of India. It has few rivers flowing through it, including the Indus River. Ladakh remains covered in snow most of the year. Agricultural production. Ladakh has very little availability of water and moreover the soil is rocky. As the region is situated high up in the mountains, it has very less oxygen content. Therefore, agriculture is very poor. Only some shrubs, grasses, and some fruit trees are grown here. Since the agriculture is very poor here, mostly people rear sheep and yak. Trade and commerce. Trade and commerce means buying and selling of goods. This region falls on the routes to Tibet and China. That is, Ladakh serves as a way to Tibet and China. We have seen that Ladakh is surrounded by mountains. Many passes exist between the mountains, which were used by traders to travel. So, passes are the gaps in between the mountains. So, these passes were used by the traders to travel between the countries. Ladakh is famous for the wool of the sheep. We obtain wool from sheep. A good quality pashmina wool is taken from sheep, which is used to make world famous shawls. So, this pashmina wool is considered to be of the best quality and it is used to make world famous shawls. Carpets were also opened here and traded. Gemstones were also traded in these regions. Religion. Most people in Ladakh follow Buddhism or Islam. It is said that Buddhism was spread by Ashoka in the Kashmir region nearly 2500 years ago. And Islam came to this region about 800 years ago. It is also said that Buddhism was spread to Tibet through this region of India. That is, Buddhism was spread to Tibet from Ladakh. This region, that is Ladakh, has many Buddhist monasteries and is also called as Mini Tibet. Monasteries are the buildings where the monks live. Monks are the members of the religious community. So, the monasteries are the buildings where these monks live. Since there are many Buddhist monasteries in Ladakh, Ladakh is also called as Mini Tibet. Food. Since there is very little of agriculture produce in this area, the people keep goat, sheep, that is, they rear goat, sheep, cows, and yaks. People traditionally live on meat and milk which they get from these animals. That is, since the agriculture is very poor in this region, people depend on meat and milk from the animals which they rear for their food. Festivals. Losar, Phiang, and Himis are famous festivals of Ladakh. As the climate is very cold, most of the festivities are in the month of June to September. Conclusion. So, in this case study, we studied about Ladakh and Kerala. These two regions are situated at two extreme ends of the country. So, in this case study, we have studied how different these two regions are geographically and culturally, but both these regions are part of India. So, therefore, this is a fine example of diversity in India. With the passage of time, people from different parts of India have moved and settled elsewhere, and our society have now got a healthy mix of people from different backgrounds and cultures. So, as the time passed by, people started to move from their native for the purpose of job, trade, or any other issues, and they have started to settle in some other places of the country, and they started to mingle with the people in that society, and thus the society has now got a healthy mix of people from different backgrounds and cultures. These people live together, celebrate together, and help each other in difficult times. Thus, India is famous in the world for the unity in its diversity.